A very good morning, my dear Silent Rose family. Over the past few days, we've been seeing what is love and who God is as love. So far, we saw that God is love, and in First Corinthians, we saw that love is patient and love is kind. And today, we're going to see another characteristic of love, which is that love is not jealous. When we think of jealousy, it generally has a very bad reputation. By Catholic definition, jealousy is when you guard something you have and are afraid it will be taken away from you by somebody else. And envy is when you strongly desire something that somebody else has, which you don't. If we look at the core reason of these desires, we may notice that jealousy's primary objective is to guard the object of our affection. While jealousy has this good intention, a couple of things we need to ask ourselves are these. The first one, am I doing this for a selfish reason? And secondly, is my over-possessiveness or over-protectiveness going to hinder the other person's well-being or their desire to follow God's will in their life? We live in a day and time where many times we voice out our expectations from our future life partner or friends or our nearest and dearest family. But today, a very important saint turns around a question towards you, which is, what are you doing towards meeting the expectations of the other person? As in, what are you doing to be a good friend or to be a good spouse or to be a good son or daughter? Saint Thomas Aquinas teaches us that to love means to consistently will and choose the good of the other. At the Last Supper, when Jesus gave us the commandment to love, which was to love one another as I have loved you, that is, to love the other person not for your selfish reasons or because of what that person can do for you. But God says, love that person unconditionally because I love that person too. God says, love that other person in such a way that you are making a gift of yourself every single day to that person. Many a times, you might be faced with people who are better at a job than you, or are maybe more talented in sports, music, or dance than you. In these moments, God asks you to practice gratitude for everything that you have and to still love the other person anyway, just the same way that God would love that person. If you are struggling with jealousy, God asks you to remember, you are not defined by how talented you are or just by what you bring to the table. You are defined by God's love for you, which is unconditional and eternal. And as God's children, we are called to be inexhaustible fountains of God's love for others. While it is good in a healthy way to protect the objects of our affection, it shouldn't come at the cost of wearing out your heart through jealousy and envy, because that is not what God, who is love, is. Rather than taking, God believes in giving, and today He calls you to make of yourself a gift to others, and in doing so, to shower them with God's unconditional love. Have a wonderful day, dear friends. God bless.